Hey y'all, what's up? It's Mila and I'm back with Bizaardvark, and I know it's like, what the heck, where have you been? For this Bizaardvark reviews, I've been gone because Bizaardvark didn't come on for like 2 weeks. I'm just like, what the heck? And Casey and the Cover is finally coming on back in November, but I'm like, they always do this thing where they like got a show and be all late and stuff. I'm like, come on. But I guess since it's my store, they have to do something, and I think they're gonna be doing another episode next week. Halloween Vark is gonna be pretty exciting. I think that's what it's called. Is it? No? Maybe not. I don't know that, but I know that next episode will have a special guest star, JoJo Siwa. She's from Dance Moms, and she's a big star musically. Go follow me on musically, guys. MsCuteZie, you know. So she's gonna be on next week, and I'm pretty excited to see her on. I'm like, oh my god, because I be watching musically and stuff, and I be seeing her on there, and then she's on Dance Moms too. So you know, I'm glad they have actual, like I always say this all the time about this show, but I'm glad they actually have actual internet famous people, guest stars, and that's on there. Like Jake Paul, he's from Vine, you know what I'm saying? I like that about that, because it gets to like a real feel. Like, it's not just actors playing it, it's like the real people that have been through the internet stuff playing it, and they can resonate maybe with more if they have more like character developments. Like if they had like Dirk going like against like maybe some bullies or something, and then you know, like he like really did, like went through that, because like through the internet, because like the internet's like a crazy place and all that and stuff. So then you can understand. If y'all hear noise, that's the windows open, but it's hot in here, so we need air. Oh my god, play that song, Rob, Chill Bill. Anyway, but yeah, so I'm pretty excited they have her on there as a guest star, and I just wanted to say that that's what I liked about it, that they had internet guest stars. But on this episode, Belissa is back, and we all know that's trouble. But is it? Because she seems like she got a good, she's kind of crazy, but the way she do things is like really good, and it reminds me of Nora. I said this before, Nora from iCarly, but Nora was just straight up nuts. She was just crazy. She had no good intentions really, but Belissa does have some. So yeah, so it started off with Paige and Frankie. They couldn't come up with any type of songs, and it's like life has been pretty good lately. So they showed the songs that they made before, and it's like, oh my god, I found $40, life is awesome, I got A's in school, school is neat, ha. You know, it was like all good stuff. So Paige is like, Frankie's like, I've been smiling so much, why didn't you punch me in the face? So then she was like, I can't, I can't have my hands like this all the time, not even like this, like this. She couldn't even form a fist. So after that, they was like, well, maybe, Frank's like, I wish bad things could happen to us right now. So then the lights went out. So she was like, I got powers. So she's like, I wish that the bully, Tanya, fall down the stairs. And she's like, and now we wait. I'm like, wow. But she thought she had like the powers, you know what I'm saying, to turn the lights off. I wish I had superpowers like that to like make stuff happen. I'll be like, oh my god, I wish I had like a stack of pancakes right now. Oh my god, I wish I had like 5 freaking bags of fries from Wendy's. Like, I'll do stuff like that, you know. You see, I did revolves around food. It's because I like food so much. Like, Jesus. But yeah. Meanwhile, Paige is like, it's terrible, Frankie. And something happened. So then Frankie's like, oh my god, your parents probably practice kissing Mary. And she's like, no. And we don't even practice anymore. I'm like, wait. But anyway, yeah. So she's like, look. I lost my phone, my bike tire popped, and I found a rotten tuna sandwich in my bag. She was like, oh, did it have celery on it? And she's like, yeah. So then they threw it away. And I'm like, was Frankie about to eat it? Or no. Celery is nasty though. But anyway, yeah. So then she thought they was cursed, but Frankie's like, nuh-uh. And then Belissa popped up, and they was like, Belissa, what are you doing here? And she's like, I got an internship, and you know they only charged me $10. I would have charged $100. And I'm like, she paid for the internship. But anyway, she's going to be doing that, sorting the mail, doing this and that. And then Paige is like, I don't think you should be looking through our mail. She's like, oh, don't worry. I'm going to just throw away all the fan mail except for mine, because I don't like competition. So that's not freaking good. And then she's like, well, how do you always sneak up on us? So then Belissa was like, oh, I just go where we're going to be the day before and sleep in there. So then Frank was like, that's weird. So yeah. Meanwhile, Amelia ambushed decluttered Dirk's place, and oh god, she's like, maybe next time don't freak out on camera, just give me a hug, tell me I'm awesome. So then he's like, wait, where's my great grandpa's lucky dare bandages? He was the most famous dare man. And they had like an old flashback where it was like a silent movie, and his famous catchphrase was, here we go. So he did like all these famous dares and stuff like that. So then it got passed through generations, and it got to him. He got a huge dare coming up, and he cannot do it without a bandage. So then Amelia's like, well, I kind of understand. My great grandma was a narcissist, and she passed down this smile. So then he was like, well, your smile is like my dare bandage. So she's like, oh my god, when you replace my name with your name, you replace your name with my name, then I feel something. I feel like I care for you. So then she was like, oh my god, well, I'm going to help you. So then she was like, if my name isn't Amelia Duckworth. So then he was like, wait, your name is Duckworth? I got 17 questions. She's like, 1, I'm not a duck. My family's not a duck. So then he was like, well, then I have no more questions for you then. Yeah. Meanwhile, Paige is like, you gotta walk backwards, because I got this, that's what this book that says superstitions, the super edition, that's what it said. So then Frankie's like, more like stupid stitches, the stupid edition. So then I was like, dang, I shouldn't have said that, Jesus Christ. I gotta spin it around 3 times. But anyway, yeah, so she's like, oh my god, you freaking cursed it. So then she was like, yeah, spin it around 3 times. And I tell you, we used to do this, but I didn't even know this was a stupid situation. I don't know if my mom know or not, but mom used to say when you said something bad, like I like back when I was like young, but like if you said something mean to like what somebody else, you're like, oh my god, I'm sorry, I take it back 3 times, take it back 3 times, take it back 3 times. You gotta spin it around 3 times, say I take it back 3 times. Or if you actually say like a curse word, like I take it back 3 times, I take it back 3 times, I take it back. That's what we used to do. So I remember that. I didn't know it was a superstition though. But anyway, yeah. Anyway, yeah, so then Frankie touched the keyboard, it freaking sparked. Frankie touched the guitar, it freaking sparked. So, oh my god, they was like, okay, touch your toes, touch the sky, touch the side, touch the sky, touch the toes. They was like freaking out. And then Belissa was like, bad things for Bizaardvark equals good things. So she was at their house when they said that they wanted the bad things to happen. And then she was at their school. And then she put the water on the instruments. Oh my god, and then that light, she was like, that light looks heavy. So she was like, I'm helping. No, you not. You gonna kill them. Oh my god. Meanwhile, Paige and Frankie, they was in their classroom chanting. And the teacher's like, what y'all doing? And Paige is like, we curse. And she was like, come on, teacher, use your science magic. So the teacher was like, what's wrong with you? So Belissa was there drilling in the wall, and she knew the maintenance man. I'm like, she knew the maintenance man. And then Frankie's like, look, I gotta go to the board and solve this problem. So then Paige was like, look, Frankie, don't step on any cracks. Throw that sock. And don't use the number 13. She's like, well, why? That's the answer. And the teacher was like, that's not the answer. And she's like, okay. So then Frankie went in. She's like, oh my god, maybe the universe isn't out to get us. So then Belissa cut the cord in the freaking universe. Like all the planets hit Frankie in the head. She's like, what was that? She's like, it was the universe. And it was so on point. Like it was like too much. Meanwhile, Mila's like, I found it. And Dirk was like, oh my god, you're so amazing. I bet your dunk parents are proud. And she was like, never mind, I just found a bandage. But then he's like, it don't feel right. It don't have his blood and sweat stain that formed a D. It smelled like strawberries and freaking glitter. So then she was like, yeah, I made it up. When I do things, I do them pretty. So he is gonna need his bandage, but I don't know if that's gonna really happen because Amelia brought the dumpster to Dirk. Then she's like, look, I'm not going in. It's just me standing next to the dumpster. So then he was like, it's been a few days since my last dumpster died, so it's gonna be pretty good and healthy for me right now. It's good for the soul. So he went in there, so he couldn't find it. He freaking had a nasty scuba diving thing on his face. Then she was reading a book. She's like, oh my god, a pomegranate skull? That is so 2012. But then she looked and saw that the book was actually from 2012. So Dirk was like, oh my god, there's something in there. But it's this part of the garbage dumpster that he can't fit. It's called Garbage Cove because his arms are too big. So then she was like, well, I'll go in and get it for you. So then he was like, look, you got 3 steps. You gotta move past that rotten bush of bananas, go this way, talk to this rat that's right there, but you gotta ask him these questions. She was like, I'm not doing that. So she went straight down there, and then she came back up. She's like, look, I couldn't find it, but you don't need good luck charms. She was like, look, it wasn't your great-grandpa's lucky badge you inherited. It was his courage. You see, I got courage. I jumped in this nasty dumpster. So then she was like, look, okay, you can do it. You can do the dare. So then she was like, and I probably should leave because your little friend are nibbling on my toes. So then he was like, oh, Amelia, you so naive. It's more than one rat down there. So then she just screamed and ran out. I was like, ew, that's so disgusting. Dumpsters are so nasty. Ew, it's so nasty. But anyway, yeah, Paige and Frankie went to ceramics class, and it got stuck on Paige's hand. And then they heard something. It's like, oh my god, I'm gonna punch the ghost in it, and I'm gonna kill the ghost with my face, and so we don't die. So they opened the closet door, and it was freaking Belissa with garden shears, and she's like, these scissors wouldn't work, so I had these scissors to cut through your shirts, Frankie. So then Frankie was like, what the heck is wrong with you? So Belissa was like, I'm the reason everything happened. I did this, I did that, I did this. And then Paige was like, you the one, so you did this so the guy can call me, that looked like I had a walrus face. So then Paige was like, say yes, say yes, say yes, say yes. So then Belissa was like, yeah, I made him call you walrus face. So then Frankie's like, see Paige, I told you there's nothing to worry about this superstition stuff. So I was like, Belissa's just nutzoid. And Belissa already did something major that she could not take back. The mayor's mansion was broken into. 2 teenagers did it, Paige Olvera and Frankie Wong. She framed them. Now they wanted criminals. I would beat her up. So then Belissa was telling her that you could write a song going away to prison, like doing 25 years to life in this, and she actually sang it, and she sang it really good because she can really sing. So then Paige was like, oh my god, I'm trembling, I'm shaking. I don't know if it's a thought that you can sing or the thought that I'm going to prison for 25 years to life. So after that, they was pretty upset at her, and I would be too. I don't know why she even tried to do that, but she went and did that. So then she's like, look, yeah, you wouldn't have definitely go to prison because I made molds of your fingerprints and then put them in the house, and then I wrote a confession letter, and I sent it to them and the police officers and the ugly wives. So they had a getaway car and they needed a plan. The getaway car was a freaking ice cream truck. She stole it, but they did like a police chase thing. She's like, oh my god, these are really bad, and if it makes you feel any better, I don't think you did it. That's what Belissa told them. And she was like, my cousin Carl is driving this car right now, and he's really good at doing police stations. Okay. But anyway, yeah. So then the police was like, Paige and Frank, you gotta come out here. You gotta do this and that. So then she was like, well, we gotta negotiate with the cops. And he's like, well, do you have icy pops? So then they was like, no, we got these little marshmallow ghost looking things. So then she was like, oh, okay, I'll just give, he was like, I'll just give that to me and my ugly looking wife. She was like, god dang it. So they gotta floor it. They gotta floor the truck. So they went to go floor it. They was on a run, and Paige was like, look, I'm eating my feelings. And Frankie's like, well, what are your feelings? So then she screamed. She's like, ah, ah, ah. And she just kept screaming and screaming because those were some feelings that she was eating. And I wanted an ice cream sandwich when I started eating an ice cream sandwich. We see ice cream sandwiches a lot. The last time I got ice cream sandwiches like a few years ago. But yeah, I want an ice cream sandwiches. Like, I like the ice cream sandwiches, and I like the strawberry cheesecake things, like the sticks that be on the sticks. I like those too. They be at the dollar store, and I'm like, you know, I'm gonna get one when I go to the dollar store next time. But yeah, anyway, they was doing that. So then Belissa was like, we're gonna stay here for years and years. And Frankie was like, well, okay, I only have a little battery for one text. She's like, uh-oh, didn't even send a SOS emoji. I just sent the poop one. So then Paige is like, you couldn't just send out help. So she's like, and write a whole word like an animal. I'm just like, that was so funny. Frankie, they do, I like the acting, they do really good. But yeah, so then she was like, no. So then it's like, oh my god, that could be a good song. Sending a wrong text out, like when you're supposed to send a thumbs up to tell your mom I'm going to curfew, but then instead you send a poop emoji. So she's like, I should probably just send a poop emoji out of my phone. The whole time they was at Bugle, she made it up. It was fake. She's like, oh, so you was trying to help us and making us think we did a crime to go to jail? And then Frankie's like, okay. So she's like, well, how about a hug? So she's like, well, how about I hug you around your neck with my hands? So then Paige is like, that's not what she mean. So she's like, okay, that's probably what she mean. But she's like, I guess thanks for the song idea. Anyway, so then the next song was they went on a date. It was funny because they had their own little story. So the Paige was like, I went on a date with this boy. He asked if I liked it. But then instead she sent the man with a puking face. So she's like, there's not going to be no second date. She's going to be alone for prom. And then Frankie was like, my friend sent the picture asking me how I look in this dress. And I accidentally sent her an elephant instead of sending her like a thumbs up. So then she's like, I have no friends. Not making amends. I lost my ride to school. And then the next one it was her grandpa's birthday. She was going to send a birthday cake, but instead she sent a tombstone. Now she's out of the will. Oops, wrong emoji. I guess we should have called. It was really fun. It was a really funny song. I don't know who write these songs for them, but I think they're really good. The writers for the show is really good, and they're like catching up on the trends and stuff, I think. But yeah, so anyway, Belissa, she was like, keep doing what y'all doing. So then she was like, Belissa away. So then she flew away, kind of. Well, no, she didn't. She just did that. But then Paige was like, you really think she thinks she can fly? So then Frank was like, all the stuff I've been through this week, I'm not shocked. I'm not flying right now. So yeah, they was done with that. And then the big dare was happening. The big dare was just Dirk eating organic kale. So Amelia was like, you made me feel things, Dirk. And he was like, you're welcome. So after that, he did the dare. And then he was like, oh my god, that's so amazing. He did it around his bandage. But he put his foot up in the air, and the bandage was caught on his foot. It was with him the whole time. He stepped on it on the shoe. So then, he changed his clothes, but he haven't changed his shoes that whole time. That's freaking crazy. But yeah, so he was like, okay. Then, after he picked it off his foot, the light came down and freaking hit him in his head. So I don't know if he's lucky, or that he didn't have the band-aid where it needs to be, because I guess it wasn't stuck to him. It was stuck, it was in his hand, so he got hit in the head. So maybe it is luck. Maybe it is luck. But yeah, that was the end. Views start trending. Sometimes I think that's like true with YouTubers, because like a lot of people are doing these videos like called exposed videos. And they be like exposed, like, oh yeah, they're a liar. Like last one I saw was like Chris O'Fling and this other guy. He was exposing Chris, and then Chris was exposing somebody else, and it was like, I saw that, but I was like, what? And sometimes I do think, is this real? Are they just starting feuds? But on this show, they got them starting feuds with each other to make their channels trend. And I'm like, are they trying to hit at something here? You know? But yeah, so they started a feud with this boxing girl, and this reminded me so much of iCarly when they started a feud with, her name was Shelby Marks, I think, Max. Victoria Justice played her on iCarly when she was the boxing girl, and they had to fight her. That reminded me of that so much. Like, that reminds me of that. Like, I literally. But anyway, yeah, so then, like I said before, the guest star is JoJo Siwa, so I think that's pretty exciting. So I can't wait to see you next time. I really liked this episode. I think it was really good. I think the jokes was really good, and I like how they have Frankie's deadpan, and then Paige's kind of deadpan, but it's like lighthearted, like, it's like her sarcasm is really good. I like that one too. But thanks for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment your thoughts on superstitions, if you think they're real or not, and what do you do, and just in case you think you got bad luck. Okay? Oh, and your favorite ice cream. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.